I believe I can be all I dream. The connection to destiny is me. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when home unborn had died, yet with the steady beat and not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers died. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun, let us march on till victory is won. Hey everybody, it's Tyinspire, encouraging you to live a life that's inspired by love and purpose. The song that I just sang, if you are not familiar with it, in 1919, the NAACP dubbed it as the Negro National Anthem for its power in voicing a cry for liberation and affirmation among African Americans. It was written by Rosamond Johnson and James Weldon Johnson. So this is our national anthem as Black people, as African Americans. It's very powerful. And if you take the time to listen to the words, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And I hope that if you didn't really listen to the words when I sang the part that I sang, only a part of the song, not the whole song, but go back and listen to it because they say so much. And the NAACP made the right choice, I think, for dubbing this as the Negro National Anthem. There are so many things going on in the world right now, not just America, but everywhere. But for sure in America, for sure we have our problems. And racism is real as it was many, many years ago. It's real today. We see that with all of the police brutality, with the systematic racism, and everything that's going on between Black people, white people, and many other races. George Floyd's unfortunate death was the one that sparked the light, so to say. Made people realize that enough is enough and that we have to fight if we want change to happen. But will it really happen? I have my doubts. I really do. And I personally think that the future is not America. That's how I feel. I have experienced racism in America firsthand. on several occasions. I've been racially profiled before. I have also competed in systems where I've been the only black woman or the only black. Gone to schools where I was one of a handful of blacks. I competed in the Miss America system during my college days. And I say I competed in the system because there are lots of preliminary pageants that you go through in order to get to the Miss America pageant. And I made it to the final stage before Miss America, the state pageant. And it was the Miss Kentucky pageant. And in that pageant, that year, I was the only, out of 30 contestants, I was the only black contestant. And I believe that I faced racism during that time because the judges, instead of asking me intellectual questions that had to do with my platform and the things that I was passionate about, they asked those. But there was one question in particular that they asked me that they didn't ask any of the other contestants. Now, this was typical. They don't ask the same questions to each contestant. But this question was different. Did I think America should apologize for slavery? So why would they choose me to ask that? So racism is something that I have experienced, and I think a lot of us can say that we have if we're black and we're in America. There's also been lots of racism that I've faced in other countries. I've traveled in many other places, to many other countries in the world, and I've seen this happen. I've also seen situations where I'm just so different that people just don't understand. They just don't get it. They don't they think that I'm not even real. So maybe those things aren't racist, but they feel racist when you're singled out. They feel racist when everybody's looking at you and they're pointing at you and they're like, I've seen people genuinely, I can see it in their eyes, genuinely shocked and surprised to see a black person in real life. I've seen people stand in my face, literally come so close to me that I could touch them, stand in my face in awe. Not just one place, but several places. I'm not going to even mention the countries because I don't want to bash. That's not what I'm here to do. But I took it. And I sympathized because I said, they don't know. But it didn't make me feel any better. In that moment, you feel real small. So I'm in America and I'm different. And I'm told that I'm different in every way. I'm trying to do things to fit in. I remember when I first went natural, I let my hair grow natural. I let the relaxer go. And every time I was in a situation where I felt that I might feel uncomfortable or others might feel uncomfortable with my hair, then I straighten my hair. If it was a job interview, I go and straighten my hair. Because I didn't want anybody else to feel like I had always felt uncomfortable. When I've gone to these other countries, I felt uncomfortable. I felt out of place. And so now I'm here in Africa. And I said, I just got to get to Africa. There's so many reasons why I wanted to come here. And I'm still different. I'm still different. We're all black. I was waiting for this moment to be around my people. I'm still different. Come to find out that you know, now I'm not black, I'm American. Or, even better, I'm white. So yeah, I was walking down the street the other day and I'm just minding my business, walking home, and somebody's yelling out, American girl, American girl. And I turned to look, and I turned back and just keep walking. I'm still different. I'm still different. I take the trotro, and the first thing the mate asks me, this is one in particular, is, "You're American?" And he proceeds to make jokes and laugh, and everybody on the trotro is making jokes, and they're all laughing at his jokes, and I don't know what anybody is saying. Why? Because I'm American. Because I'm white. I actually had an Uber driver had a conversation with me because he did not know about the racism that was faced in America. He was unaware. First time he heard of it was George Floyd. Now I understand this. I mean, media is not far stretched here as you may think. And a lot of people are just ignorant to it. But what really got me was he said, "Now, do you consider yourself black or do you consider yourself white?" And I said, "I mean, my skin I'm black." He said, "Oh, because we always thought, or I always thought it, I would say he said I always thought that you were white just like them. That you were the same, that you were treated the same." So you see, everywhere you go, everywhere I go, I find that I'm different. I find that I don't fit in. But where do I belong? Now, I will never stop believing that Africa is the future. I will never stop believing that I do belong here. A few people that say things and do things is not going to make me change. It's not going to shake me. Please understand that. But in the grand scheme of things, when I think about it, I'm like, this is what I've been facing all of my life. I've always been the different one. I've always been the one to stand out. And no matter where I go and no matter where I travel, I'm facing the same thing, just in different ways. What do we do? What do we do? I'm a part of a group on social media, and I want to read to you comments that I saw, and it was alarming to me. The question was, somebody posted about how bad things are in America, and if they're so bad, then why don't we just go to Africa where we're wanted? Or, where we fit in, basically. Because we're black, let's go back to Africa. That's our home, our birthright, supposedly, right? This is where we belong. So why don't we go back there? And this African woman said, "Africa doesn't need no more broke people. Africa doesn't need no one without a plan to open up a business. Africa needs educated, enterprising, innovative black people, not someone looking for a job and handouts. The population there is a young population. You must bring jobs and opportunities for them to grow." Now, although I don't completely disagree with some of the points that she made, I do believe that we should come here hoping and looking and searching to build. I think that we should do that anywhere we go, not just Africa. If you want to move somewhere else, you should always want to improve and build yourself and help to build the community that you're a part of. So, but it was just really alarming to me how you would say, we don't need no broke people. We got enough of them, basically. So, regardless of if this is our birthright, if this is our home where we were taken from, we were violently taken and shipped across the sea, and we decide we want to come back, basically, you're saying we're not welcome. Now, I know she don't speak for Africa. I know this. I know. But I'm saying these are her thoughts, and I'm just commenting on what she said. Wow. Where can we go? What can we do? African Americans have a very hard time. That's not to receive any sympathy from people, because we also have a lot of privileges. But to say this and to really believe it, we do need African Americans to come and be in the job force in Africa. They can come and they can bring innovative ideas into those spaces. We have to learn to think outside of the box and not just be in this little box of build a business and do your own thing. Everybody is not that. Everybody's not going to do that. It's not made for everybody. Having your own business and being an entrepreneur is hard. It takes a lot of work. I know. I am one. So this was very interesting that she would say this. And then an African male said, and he wasn't responding to hers, he just also commented and said, I've been to 12 countries in the motherland, and don't get it twisted, a lot are praying they could be here. And of course I believe that's true. And of course I understand that there is more opportunity. And there are things that that will benefit everybody. But it's not the place that you may think it is to my African brothers and sisters. Everything that you've been told, not everything, but a lot of things you've been told are lies. And it goes to show, just like this young man, this Uber driver that said to me, I thought you were both the same. So you're thinking that we're both the same, and if that is your, say for instance, that's his desire to go to America, he's thinking he's going to be treated the same way. He's going to go and know that he's not going to be treated that way. He's going to see that he's not going to be treated that way. Matter of fact, you may be racially profiled and killed just because you're black. I said all that to say this, that we want change to happen. But change has to take place in each individual person's heart and in their mind. We have to learn how to unify and be together and push forward together as a black people. There shouldn't be any tick for tack, or you come here, you need to do this, or we ain't coming there because this ain't there. But we need to come together and say, listen, we need to sit down at the table. How can we make this work for everybody? How can we come together and build? And I know for a fact that that is one thing that is here. And I love the fact that people have a sense of community here. But whether you're in America and you're going to stay in America, whether you're in Africa and you're here and you whether you want to move to Africa, whatever it is you want to do, the change has to happen in your heart. The fight has to happen within you. The unity has to be built, and it has to start with you. There is power in one, but there is even more power in many. When we can all come together, we can do great things. I may be different, and I may be different everywhere I go, but that's not going to stop me. Never. You can never kill my spirit. It hurts. Not gonna lie about that. Doesn't always feel good. Every day is not happy go. But guess what? I've learned how to stop, how to reflect, dust myself off, and pick myself back up. So we need to fight. African Americans, I'm proud of you. Those who are supporting African Americans in this fight of racism, please keep it going, because we need it. And if I was there, I would be fighting, and I'm doing whatever I can from where I am. Because the fact of the matter is, I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be African. I'm proud that I'm both. I don't want to exclude any, because it's part of who I am. And I can't take that away. But this is home. For me, that's what I believe. This is really home. I want to know what you have to say. I want to hear your comments. Just be respectful to everybody. But let's talk about it, because this is definitely a situation where we need to come together. Until next time.
I believe I can be all I dream.